Britney Spears spies exposed, Austin McBroom gets sued for $100 million, and Kelly Clarkson's ex gets paid $200K a month. All that and a lot more, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin the Inform Overload Weekly Roundup. So big things popping off in celebrity news today. 39-year-old singer Kelly Clarkson is being ordered to pay her ex-husband Brandon Blackstock nearly $200,000 per month as part of their divorce. According to legal documents online, the singer reportedly earns $1,583,617 a month. So exact. This monthly payment though is meant to be for spousal and child support, but the payout for Brandon doesn't stop there. On top of that, she will also have to pay for his attorney fees that he incurred from the divorce, which adds up to, are you ready? $1.25 million. Previously, Kelly had attempted to have the court terminate his ability to seek any spousal support, but according to the legal documents that were obtained by The Blast, this monthly payment is broken down into $150K for spousal support and an additional $45K a month for child support. The pair first began dating back in 2011 before getting married in 2013. After having 2 kids with each other and then doing the, necessary procedures to ensure that there would never be any more children, Kelly filed for divorce in 2020, even asking the court to legally declare her as single. This kind of story is very rare though. Usually it's the other way around when we see these big divorce deals. Her ex, who still represents Blake Shelton, has also said that he is planning on changing careers. Again, according to legal documents online, he will be leaving the entertainment business to pursue a career in ranching. We would love to hear your thoughts on this though, so make sure you blow up that chat right now, and while you do that, I'm going to send it over to Mackenzie to find out why Austin McBroom is getting sued for $100 million.
It seems that the Ace family cannot catch a break, and Austin is now being sued for a whopping $100 million on top of the other lawsuits that he's currently dealing with. To get you up to speed, Social Gloves, a company in which Austin is a part owner, put on the TikTokers vs YouTubers boxing event. Austin even fought at the event and was the victor against Bryce Hall. However, since the fight, the winners of the event have not been paid, something which Vinnie Hacker confirmed on a podcast. Austin said that things were getting worked out behind the scenes and everyone would get paid, but that has not happened yet. The most recent update with this is that Austin is now getting slapped with a $100 million lawsuit from LiveX Live. The suit accuses him of allegedly committing defamation, fraud, among other things. LiveX Live alleges that Austin misrepresented the YouTubers vs TikTokers event, saying it would sell 2.2 million pay-per-view buys when it only sold a measly 139,000. That's like embarrassingly low. Part of the defamation accusation is most likely relating to Austin's earlier statement that the reason boxers were not being paid was because LiveX Live was withholding the funds, which I guess isn't true if the company is suing. Now to refresh you on the McBroom family's other lawsuits, Austin's company Ace Hat Productions is also getting sued, along with Catherine, Austin's wife, being sued by one of her former business partners over their beauty products. On top of all this, apparently the couple is also being evicted from their $7 million mansion. Apparently they haven't been paying their mortgage. So it seems that this is the beginning of the end for the Ace family, and for the sake of their children, I just really hope they get things worked out soon. Like, they have 3 beautiful kids. It's really sad, but also, we hate Austin McBroom, so nice to see him getting like a tiny bit of karma. Now back over to Johnny.
Thanks for those updates, Mackenzie. Alright, now let's move on to some feel-good news, shall we? A woman that has been blind for 15 years has finally regained her sight after having a life-changing operation. When 59-year-old Connie had begun to rapidly lose her eyesight over a decade ago, doctors believed that it was due to glaucoma. However, in 2018, an ophthalmologist diagnosed her with cataracts, which is one of the more common and treatable adult vision issues. Connie, who is from Colorado, first began to notice a change in her vision around 2003. She suddenly started noticing halos and prisms on lights while driving. 3 weeks later, she lost even more of her sight and peripheral vision. Then she went completely blind. Although determined to not let this stop her, Connie tried to continue living her life as normal, although she still found many things difficult to adjust to. She tells the Good News Network during an interview, "I wasn't really sure how to use a cane and I would keep walking into bushes. I had to have somebody with me when I cooked to make sure the food looked okay. I couldn't vacuum and had to sweep in a pattern." 15 years after losing her sight though, Connie went through a life-changing surgery. After having her eyes operated on, she explains what happened next. "When they took my patch off the next day, the first thing I saw was the nurse's eyebrow, eyelashes, and pupil, and I started crying. She had me read an eye chart and the first line I read was 2020. Plus, the most heartwarming thing was that she finally got to see her eldest grandchild for the first time since she was 3 weeks old. Plus, when asked about how she felt seeing her husband again, Connie joked that he is still more handsome than ever. We are overjoyed though to hear that Connie's surgery was a success, and it's a good reminder to take stock of our own lives and remember that there is so much to be grateful for. With that though, let's take it to the spill zone so that we can speak more freely about the Britney Spears spies that are getting exposed right now. Alright, now let's talk about these Britney Spears spies. So recently we've been seeing a lot of people that were self-proclaimed people that said that they were close to Britney. Everyone always likes to say that they were close
Everyone
to
says
Britney.
they're close to, famous people, but
in some way, right? And so Britney honestly probably accepted this help from these people, but then in a lot of recent Instagram posts that we've been seeing from Britney Spears, she is flat out calling the people who are, defending her online as like kind of
Shady.
being shady this whole time.
Two-faced, yeah.
Because little did we know, but Jamie had been keeping like microscopic tabs on everything that Britney was doing. So everyone from
crazy.
medical aides that were coming into the house to security detail that Britney thought that she could trust, with information.
Wow.
Perhaps she was trying to use them to help herself get out.
Yeah.
All of that was being reported back to Jamie. And that's why he was able to keep such control over her without even needing to be there in the house.
How is that? Like, how is this legal? How is this legal? I can't even comprehend it.
It feels like a horror movie.
It really feels like a horror movie. It's like so insane. Then you think back to all these other stars who've had, just rough times, let's just say that. And, their parents don't get full control over their entire lives. It's like, why has Britney been in this super unfortunate circumstance for so long? And I even remember back in like 2009, people were talking about, oh, Britney's actually like being totally controlled. And it's like, oh, this big conspiracy theory. No, it actually wasn't.
No.
It's so crazy how these things turn out to be true.
And here's the thing is, I think what we saw at the beginning of when they put into her conservatorship was just a overworked celebrity
Yeah.
who every
exhausted.
second that she did something wrong was blasted in the media. So it was very easy for us as viewers and fans even to just accept what they were saying to us and be like, and write her off as like, oh yeah, she's going through it right now, she's having a meltdown. I don't actually think that was the case, because yesterday we posted a video all about these voicemails that her ex-manager had released, and you can hear Britney on the phone. This is from like 2008, 2009, like supposedly right when she was at her peak, quote unquote crazy that she should have been in this conservatorship, and she sounded totally normal, completely.
Yeah,
the same clarity that we heard her speak in at the testimony in June. So this has been really manipulated, and there's got to be some backdoor deals that they've had with judges where they
This
don't.
is really scary. Yeah, the judges, there's people
much
are
going on.
benefiting from this way more than they should be. Yeah, judges, all these aides, her family, like Jamie Lynn, all these other people. It's just,
All
how
on her
has this been
payroll.
like the biggest kept secret? It's the weirdest thing.
It's almost like they looked at someone with an enormous amount of wealth and they're like, how can we create jobs from this?
Yeah, how can we take from it?
Yeah, if you just shut down the main person making all the money and tell her that she's not allowed to spend any of that money, and then you just pay that out to all these staff that are keeping tabs on her, it's gonna get made into a movie for sure.
Oh, 1,000,000%. I also wanted to point out, a lot of people, even myself, honestly, in the beginning, were thinking that her boyfriend, Sam Asghari, had some, let's say, bad intentions or whatever, using her for her money or clout or whatever. But now really looking at it, it's like, no, he really has nothing to gain from her, and it's been probably such a nightmare being with her, with her family, and he seems to really be there for her with nothing to gain other than, I guess, fame, but he's had no financial gain, that's for sure.
I know, I honestly hope so, but again, it's the same thing.
You really
with,
never
like,
know, but
I hope that the security detail was like looking out for the person that they're supposed to be protecting, and then they're giving the information back. So it's like, I don't want to get conspiratorial, but is this guy a paid actor? Was Britney manipulated into meeting him? I don't know any of the
No,
stories
it's time to get conspiratorial. This is not normal stuff.
This is not normal, so now it's time to come up with the abnormal opinions on it. But folks, that has been today's show. But before we get out of here, let's check out some of your comments from our last weekly roundup.
Love Lisa says, when was Tegan beloved? I always found her to be a cloud chaser, to be honest. I've always had a bad vibe about her. I feel like I'm really good at picking up when people are sketchy, and I was like, this gal is sketchy, but I know my friends used to love her, and they were like, Mackenzie, how can you not like her?
Yeah.
Now, look at us now.
When she was beloved, when Donald Trump was president, she was tweeting about him every single day. Everyone
Very
was like,
true,
go
very
on,
true.
Chrissy, go, yeah, get him. And then the cancel culture came for her.
Yeah,
That's how
it
goes.
always comes.
They just eat their own. Victoria says, someone should tell Gabby that the internet is not an airport, no need to announce departures.
I saw this comment, I was like, this is the best comment I've ever seen in my life.
You guys are the funniest audience. You guys are great.
Then Nan says, when two geese are putting your love life to shame, I can directly relate to this because I am so painfully single. Johnny is actually in a relationship, but yeah.
I'm in a happy, loving relationship, so I was like, oh, I'm so happy for
And I'm
these
just
two
like,
geese.
disgusting. No, it's fine.
Daisy says, everyone is so friendly on this channel. I love you guys.
We love you more.
We love you even more.
Then Shaquila says, never heard the word differently back to back in one essay so much in my life. Differently. Yeah.
That was wild.
That was a big statement. I was like, should we read all of this or should we cut?
It seemed
Paraphrase? Yeah.
For now though, guys, that has been today's show. Big thanks to Mackenzie Smith and our editing god Danielle for all of her hard work. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers.
And I'm Mackenzie Smith.
And until next time, stay classy, YouTube.
Or at least try. I stole that from you.
All right, let's try this again. It's the weekly roundup. No.
That is like so infuriating. Also, who knew Kelly Clarkson made a million, what'd you say? $1 million a month. Damn, I didn't know she still had it. What is she on?
I've been your Johnny. You try that again, sorry, Chris. I've been your Johnny.